How are you expected to act in a college class? Fall semester classes at Houston Baptist University began this week. I asked faculty and staff if they had any pointers to give at the start of the year pertaining to classroom etiquette and courtesies. Dr. Curtis Henderson's advice on the topic sums the answer up perfectly as Jesus stated in Matthew 22, love your neighbors as yourself. When you treat fellow students and professors the way you want to be treated, many of the details of etiquette and courtesy will take care of themselves. I have listened I have listed some helpful practical advice that HBU professor gave on classroom etiquette and courtesies. Take this advice to heart and practice it so that you get the most out of your college education. Put your phone away. Nearly every professor who answered this survey wants students not to use their phones in class. Take note of this warning and be respectful. Using your phone in class, even when permitted, always makes you look bad. The obvious turn your phone off. It's a distraction to your classmates as well as yourself. It makes a good impression if you show you can focus on something else for an hour or an hour and a half, and a poor impression if you cannot. Dr. Jerry Wald's Schools of Humanities. Sit up front in the classroom, sit in the first two rows and engage in the course. Dr. Jackie Horn, College of Science and Mathematics. Sit in the front of the classroom. It will help you stay attentive and your professor will make note of your eagerness to learn. This will give off a great impression. Dr. Meredith O'Hara, College of Science and Mathematics. If at all possible, sit towards the front of the classroom and introduce yourself to your professor and those around you. Dr. Katie Alonzes, College of Education and Behavioral Science. Be on time and stay the entire class. Show up on time. If you are going to be late, don't walk in with food or drink. It gives the impression that you were delayed while you are getting your snack and makes it seem like class isn't a priority for you. If you are late, apologize to the professor at the end of class and briefly explain why it happened. The professor will appreciate the courtesy and professionalism. Just don't be late again because then it looks like you can't get your act together. Dr. Chris Hammond's School of Humanities. Arrive on time to class. If you must be late, let the professor know before class and sneaky and quietly. When missing class, never email the professor and ask if you missed anything important. Then definitely think whatever they went over was important or they wouldn't have addressed it in a class. Instead, ask classmate for the notes and review any areas of confusion with your professor. Samantha Bottoms, Academic Success Center.